This video is sponsored by Win-Win Technology, your ultimate flight sim hardware solution, featuring the Orion HOTAS, current and future configurations.
Hello valued viewers, I hope you're all doing very well. Coming up, we're going to be starting a really interesting campaign with our good friends at Lock on Greece. Before we do that, where things are going to get a little bit nasty, we're going to do a friendly single mission, again with our friends at Lock on Greece. Operation Phantom Fury, cover send.
So, as Kep was saying, starting next Monday, so that's the 13th of December, at our usual mission time, we'll be running a massive PvP campaign that pits Grim Reapers against Lock on Greece. And before things got heated for that, we wanted to have a little bit of fun and fly together. So, I've had an unexpected create a nice little mission for us, replicating the Battle of Fallujah. But just to give you an idea of how that campaign's going to look, Skill put together a little bit of a teaser for us. So if you want to go to that page, it's the last one on here. We've got about 5 or 6 people on both sides who have been coordinating and doing a lot of the groundwork, because we're mixing everything from ground vehicle control to SAM sites to everything. So we've identified on our side, we've got Starscream as our ground commander, and Bloodknock will be handling our airborne operations. And essentially, it's a game of capture the base, spread over a dynamic campaign that's expected to last several months. So hopefully it should be a lot of fun. But before we make things too hostile, we should have a little bit of fun together. So Unexpected, if you want to take it from here in our second Battle of Fallujah.
Okay, so we are reenacting the second Battle of Fallujah, which was called Operation Phantom Fury. It started November 7th, 2004, and went all the way to December 27th, 2004. The battle itself was fought against insurgent forces within the city of Fallujah, and was mainly a ground battle with heavy air support. But since this GR, we had to GR it a bit. So I added an air-to-air element, which is the control of the no-fly zone. Okay, for this mission, I picked the city of Raqqa in Syria, which is about the same size, same population, and it even has a river going by it, just like Fallujah. Okay, so we'll go over the weapon restrictions pretty quick. So there'll be no unguided weapons inside Fallujah. Guns are okay. No GBUs 54s or no APKWSs, because there just weren't any at that time. And no cluster munitions. Okay. No door miniguns on the Hueys. Front miniguns are okay, but please just use them sparingly. Okay, frequencies. We all have on our sheet here the frequencies we're having, but please keep in mind that if you're on the cap flight, you need to be tuned in to 251, so you can hear all that's going on there. And if you're in any of the ground attack, CAS, or helos, you have to be tuned into guard 243. Time will be 8 a.m. in the morning. The sky's clear, but there is dust. Okay, as you can see here in the main map, all cap is taking off from InstraClick, all cap flights, and heading out to their cap sign area. Ground attack and CAS are taking off from Aleppo and Kuwairis, and the helos are taking off from Tapka, if I pronounce that right. Okay, there you can see how that main map all may be up there. And I'll go over the tabs now. Tasking A, which is the cap flights. The mission of cap flights is to enforce the no-fly zone, which is to the north and east of the AO. There is a reasonable possibility of plane suicide attacks against our troops in the AO. So you must intercept, identify, and divert any flights entering the no-fly zone. There are also Iranian jets, which regularly test the limits of this no-fly zone, and you must also intercept them and push them away. Okay, as their ROE, you have to follow the standard procedures to intercept, identify, and divert. And you should always only use force if authorized by magic or if you've been fired upon. Just keep your eyes open for rogue Iranian jets and helos. All cap flights do have kneeboards, so you have all this info in there. And here are the instructions for intercepting, identifying the flights. They're very easy. I'll just go over in a second. Okay, so all you have to do is approach the aircraft, fly in close formation with them. Once you're close to them, you'll get a radio message that you've identified them. There'll be an automatic radio call. You don't have to do nothing. And then you'll get instructions from Magic, okay? And that's also going to be automatic. Once instructed by Magic, you'll have a radio option on the F10 menu, and you'll be able to issue the first warning. You just wait for 20, 30, 60 seconds, and if you don't get no message, automatically again, you don't have to do anything, you'll get the option for the second warning. This will go on all the way to third warning, or it may just stop in the first warning. We don't know. Okay, if the response is received from the other aircraft, they'll just divert. You'll see them diverting, and you just wait for them to divert, and you can resume your cap. If no response is received after the third warning, just wait for Magic, and again, it will be automatic. Magic will authorize the use of force, and you can go ahead and shoot down the aircraft. Please just make sure when you're using the F10 menu to use, because there's probably going to be quite a bit of menu options there, because there are going to be different flights out there. Use the correct warning for the correct flight. It's easy because it's always going to be Syrian Air IL-76 or this and that. It's going to be a plane model and a type of airline or whatever, so it's going to be super easy. Okay, tasking B. Okay, the second battle of Fallujah saw the use of, for the first time, of the GBUs, the JDAMs, and they were just received in theater a couple of months before that, and the battle itself started out with the launch of 8 GBU-31s, 2,000-pounders, over some roadblocks that have been set up. So we're going to do just that. We're going to do the same thing. So the first opening attack will be Buzzard and Kite. Buzzard will launch 2,000-pound GBU-31s over the roadblock that you can see here on the map, the main roadblock. And Kite will follow, doing the same with the secondary roadblock that's right inside the city. After that, we'll hear a message over the net, over 243, and that will be just an indication that the ground operations are beginning, and everybody can then go on with their objectives. Okay, you can look here through the different objectives that Kite and Buzzard have, which are mainly the barricades to start off, and then in different waypoints, they have to bomb buildings. They're at different spots in the city. You can go through all these and just take a look at them. There's a waypoint for each place, so it'll be easy. Some of these buildings, if they're not destroyed in time, there'll be quite a bit of troops coming out of them. So just destroy them as soon as possible. The waypoints are in different order in Kite and Buzzard. So you go like in a round in circle. One will be going clockwise and the other one counterclockwise. So you start on different objectives. Okay, any doubts so far? Okay, task in C and D. Viper and Hog will hold west of the AO until the code word Phantom comes through comms, and then they will attack 2 columns of tanks that are advancing on the city on MSR Red, which is on the map. You'll be able to see it. And there's also a convoy of reinforcement, which is coming down MSR Yellow. Okay, both convoys are protected by truck mounted CSU-23s, and after that, you'll be able to attack all the other closer support targets in the city. Okay, once you're out and are going to attack those targets, you should get in contact with our AFAC and Owl Flight and on 128. Okay, on to the helos. All helos will proceed immediately to the staging area, which is your first waypoint. It's also marked by green smoke when it gets close to it. There, you'll wait for the word code Phantom as everybody else. Once that, Owl has F10 radio that can activate the ground vehicles if for whatever reason they don't start moving, but it shouldn't be a problem. And then Owl will provide just AFAC marking targets all over town for the cast fixed wings or for Raptor. The main plan with the halos are they will be staying outside of town so they don't get shut down, and they'll be attacking and marking targets from around town, keeping at all times a distance from it. Once our troops are in the town, they can push in behind them. As our troops move through, we have four platoons of tanks going into town. They're called Little Wolf, Hyena, Red Claw, and Crazy Horse, which were names used on the actual operation. And they'll be calling out the phase lines that you can see here in the map. So you'll be hearing Little Wolf, Doberman, all that. They'll just be moving in through, and that way you know where they're at in town. Okay, Raptor is just gonna try to follow the platoons and just give them close air support. So, and the same, just try to keep away from town until the troops are in the town. Okay, transport helos, they're going to be assaulting 2 areas tonight. Osprey will be taking LC Osprey and Falcon LC Falcon. Once Osprey is at its waypoint, it'll deploy troops, and those troops will assault the TV station. And once he's done that, they'll have to provide close air support for those troops. And after that, they should become available for tasking by the AFAC. The unloading of the troop is super easy. You just land it at the LC. You'll get a message the troops are unloading. Some seconds later, you'll get another message that troops have been unloaded, and you'll be free to take off from the LC. Okay, same as Falcon. The objective of Falcon is to capture the Blackbeard, which is an enemy operative we want to capture. Falcon will land at the LC, drop off troops, and then we'll proceed on supporting those troops as well. Raptor 2 will escort these 2 flights, Osprey and Falcon, so they'll just have to divide between 2 flights. Tasking I, which is the CSAR, they'll just follow all the rest of the helicopters in, wait at the staging area. Once they get the code word, they can just start picking up pilots as they get shot down. There is a master unit in the staging area, and that's where you have to take the down pilots. Once you pick them up, you drop them off here. Also at this staging area, there's a FARP where all the helos can rearm. Okay, and 2 more things. There are vehicle-borne IEDs in town. Our operatives have informed us that there's a couple in town, up to 5. They could be moving, or they could be parked. Mostly, they're going to be trucks or buses. And just keep your eyes open. If you see one, destroy it immediately, but just try to do it from a range, because there could be a rather large explosion, and if you're too close, it could be a bad day. And also, there are mortar teams in the area. You'll probably get call-outs of mortars being fired on our troops. They'll probably give you a coordinate or a grid, and just go hunting for them once you get them. And that's about it.
Are we expecting any surface-to-air threats other than the trucks that are supporting the convoys?
No, there's just like in the original battle, there's no surface-to-air missiles. There are RPGs. There's also large caliber machine guns, 12 caliber, and that's about it.
As far as civilians, are we expecting Fallujah to be mostly evacuated, or there's still going to be a large civilian presence in the city?
It is mostly evacuated. The only thing you got to be careful is just bomb the buildings you need to bomb on the objectives, and just use precision munitions to destroy everything else. In the mosque area, be very careful. There's a mosque by it. Don't destroy that, and that's about it.
So then we can assume any civilian-looking vehicle is a potential VBID.
Yeah, but mostly it's the 2 that you can see here in the tabs. It's going to be a truck or it's going to be buses. That's what our operatives have told us they are.
Okay.
Are user map marks available on the F10 map?
Yes, they are. One more thing for the cap flights. Along the Iranian border, there are SA-6s, which as long as you stay on this side of the border or on the border, you'll be okay. But just don't veer into Iran, because that could be bad.
For the cap flight, so we're pre-armed. Have we got weapons loaded, or are we picking our own?
Everything's pre-armed. If you guys want to pick something else, do it. But just from the cap flights, just make sure you take bags. It's going to be a long flight. And that's about it.
Okay, guys, let's go over the groups. We've got Vulture 1, Combat Air Patrol, Vipers. Guest, Pogon. Guest, Doc, Bear, and Penguin. Vulture 2, Cap, Hornets. All guests, Zoki, Hippo, Trojan, Jester. Vulture 3, Cap, Tomcats. Tanky Skill, Centillion with Luke, and High. Vulture 4, Cap, Viper, Danny, Andres. Guest Marine and Matrix. Kite 1, Harriers. Cypher Bypass Bendy, remember no laser rockets for you and no GBU 54s. Blizzard, Hornet, ground attack. Rhino, Shrek, chopsticks. Viper 1, F-16, ground attack. Cover cap, guests, Greek Cypher and Greek Panther. Hawk 1, Hogs, Blood, Macabu Talon. Rotary, Falcon 1, UH-60s, Unexpected Dragon. Osprey 1, UH-60, Simba. Owl 1-2, Mistral, or the OH-58D, Artie Bean. Raptor 1, Apache, Pimp, MiG, Saint, Space Chef. Raptor 2, Cobra, Guest Woodcock, Jigsaw, Blight Red. Angels 1-2, UH-60, Tuxor Matrix. And Poosh, I have no idea what Poosh is doing.
I'm just going to take 4 GB-38s, 2 bags, and then the air-to-air missile complement, 2 120s, 2 9s.
But on the mission sheet, we're attacking a convoy. How are you going to do that with GBUs?
Because we're also being supported by the A-10s. Thoughts are they're going to carry out the convoy destruction, we'll clean that up, and then we're going to be secondarily tasked to take out buildings, which the GBUs will be better at. And 1 is rolling out of the box now. I'll be passing your hangars.
Roger, I'm also listening to 251 because I want to know if there's any threats.
Yeah, I'm listening to 251 and 243 as well.
Okay, value viewers, it might get a bit messy on the comms, but I really need to listen to Guard and GCI and Flight. So that's at least 3 radio stations we really need to listen to. So we'll see how it goes. Cap rolling. Turn that on, turn that on, that on, turn that on, turn these on, see things with my blind eyes. Where's our 2 Greeks?
I think one of them is in channel. They're probably using the normal script, so they've probably got to set it up first.
Roger. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Panther, Cypher, you monitor?
Cover. I've taken Mavericks because I'm not confident with the T-pod in this. I haven't used it in action for a long time. You'll do the bombing if need be.
Okay, no problem. Open to your discretion.
Harriers go. You need to take out the roadblock as well, so and you're slower, so Kite Flight can go first.
Roger, Harriers lining up for departure.
Magic, all CAS units, can we take your comms on 2243 to keep 251 clear for cap?
Magic, Vulture 1, flight of 2 F-16s for cap available.
Vulture 1, Magic, good afternoon. What's your location, balls?
Location balls is 195 for 29.
Harriers are rolling. Black boys.
Vulture 1, Magic.
Go for Vulture 1.
Vulture 1, Magic, can you confirm your airborne?
Negative. We're on the deck, ready for takeoff.
Vulture 1, please scramble, fly from runway head. Turn right 084, wait tasking.
084 from runway heading, waiting tasking Vulture 1.
Viper 1 taking active. Flight position runway.
Vulture Fox on the ramp, sorry.
Vulture 3-2, good afternoon, Magic, roger. Following departure, F-16, takeoff fly runway heading away tasking.
Vulture, I'm on the runway. Vulture 2-1, request permission to taxi to 0,
Two, ready.
To taxi to runway 05, over.
Vulture 2, Magic, taxi depart nearing time.
Viper 3 ready? 1-4 ready.
Vulture 1, Magic.
Flight, it'll be a right crossing departure, direct steer point 1, Angels 200, target.
Vulture
2
1,
second interval for departure, brakes on, run it up to 80.
Flight at the moment.
1's released in 3,
Flight heading
1 releasing.
086. Track of interest, Angels 14. Track
release.
east.
086, 14, tracking east, thank you, Baltimore. One's still dry. 3 airborne.
2 airborne. Look at all that smog, boys.
Vulture 4 requesting taxi to...
Vulture 4, taxi and depart nearing time.
Offensive advised, Viper hit airborne.
HST clear of bandits.
Roger. Flight rejoin, reference heading 0937 degrees, pitch up.
Present lead, kite lead. We are presently at 9 minutes out from target.
Roger, with 74 miles away in time. Vulture 1, Magic. Vulture 1.
Update on track. Target 0894186, Angels 15 unknown.
Repeat please, Magic.
Update on track. Target is 0894183, Angels 15 unknown, track east.
Vulture 1. Hog flight, Viper flight. This is Alpha good. Hog flight, Viper flight, you copy. Hog flight is Viper lead, are you guys on 243? Negative, we can't be.
They're supposed to be. They're ground attack.
To the Hornet, I have, but I can't get it. Hawkfly Viper flight, approximately 3 minutes from our staging area. How far out are you?
We are a fair bit longer than that. I think you are behind us, but we're also 8 ends. Acknowledged.
Fair enough. We'll meet you at the staging point. We're mixed loadout, some Mavericks, some GB-38, so we'll give you primary tasking of the convoy. And one's pushing the power bit to maintain line.
Present flight kite lead. We're presently holding position 4 miles from target.
$50 miles to steer point 1.
Roger, steer point 1's hold. Showing multiple bogeys, 11 o'clock through 1 o'clock, Angels 9 through 20, unknown. Distance 80 to 100.
Viper 1-1, Viper 1-4.
Go for 1. Go for 1-1.
Moving targets detected 70 miles, 1 o'clock.
1 tally, we'll keep eyes on it. And flight 1-1, leveling, Angels 20.
Magic, Vulture 2, send over. Vulture 2, Magic, good afternoon. Expedite departure, track of interest for you. From takeoff, fly heading. 079-169, Angels 10, unknown aircraft, tracking south. Expedite takeoff, unknown target at bearing 079 at Angels 10, unknown aircraft, over. 3.5 miles.
And flight loose.
That's going to come down as well.
2.
Magic Viper 1-1.
Viper 1-1, Magic, pass message.
Magic Viper 1-1 showing 2 contacts, potential bandits, 9 o'clock, 60 to 80 nautical miles. Do we have cap en route for that?
Viper 1-1, Magic, roger, cap is in route.
Viper 1-1, right. And flight be advised, those bogeys off to our 9 o'clock, we've got friendly cap.
Fighters
Tally.
on the border, but not crossing in. So you don't
Copy.
know the thing as well.
Ooh, lots of them.
Magic Vulture 1.
Which one was message?
Vulture 1 has 3 bandits on the scope. Angels 9 tracking south, Angels 15 tracking west, and 120 miles, Angels 20. Flight come right, reference heading 130.
Your current track, which will be 095 or 89, Angels 15, tracking west.
Copy.
That's your target.
095, Viper 1. Now flight Viper 1, flight in position, holding area.
Bandits within 60 miles.
They're still on their side of the border for now.
3, flight of 4 Tomcats, proceeding on to station, ready for tasking. Vulture 3, good afternoon, Magic. I have your radar contact, stand by. Vulture 3, turn right, heading 089, 121 miles, current, no tasking. Roger, 089, no contacts.
And flight orbit this position, Angels 200. Flight be advised, Phantom. We'll be hunting for targets here shortly, awaiting A-10's arrival.
Roger.
Vulture 1, Magic.
Vulture 1, good.
Vulture 1, be advised, you now have 2 targets on your nose, one at Angels 10, one at Angels 15. If you think you can do it safely, please do diverge, one after the target of Angels 10, one after the target Angels 15, as they are about to encroach.
Copy that. 1 for Angels 10, 1 for Angels 15. Vulture 1. Hog flight, Viper flight is still holding a position, allowing you to catch up. You'll be first.
Vulture 2, a Magic. Other flight has good effect on target. Vulture 2, Magic.
Copy. I think we may have overtaken you. Just trying to work out which waypoint it is. Vulture 2 to Magic, send over.
Vulture 2, Magic. Hello.
And Hog Thrust, waypoint 1 was significantly north of what we were expecting, but track vision that one here.
093, 200 miles, tracking southwest, Angels 10, unknown aircraft.
Unknown aircraft at 093, Angels 10, the distance again, over?
The distance is 206 nautical miles.
Understood, 093, distance 206, Angels 10, over.
Continue the right hand orbit back direct steer 1. Hog 1-1, Viper 1-1. Have you found a convoy? I've got multiple contacts on GMT.
A-File, hang on, I just need to search for a helicopter for the GCI, and I can then just guide you on with the lasers, probably easiest.
Roger, you guys headed first.
Ground forces
all went afterwards.
roadblock 2.
And flight set reference heading 030, that way we can get painted a little better with our radar. Hawk flight should be engaging shortly. Just heading at 050.
Magic.
Go for Malta 1.
Roger 14 Penguin, your track of interest is now Angels 10, 140 for 70 each. Have a nice go. Viper Flight, this is Hold Flight message.
Go for Viper Flight, we've got eyes on column of T-55s along the MSR.
Ignore this for the moment. We're going to fight 4 times hostile helicopters flying nearby those columns. Would you be able to engage them?
Stand by. Magic, Viper 1-1 interrogative.
Viper 1 Magic.
Magic, Hawk Flight reporting multiple potentially hostile helicopters in the vicinity of our target convoy. Do I have permission to engage?
Viper Flight Magic, Roger. I have also already talked to Hawk Flight about these contacts. You are free to engage the armored hostiles of 4 ship MI8 reported visually by Hawk.
Cap, going near to where?
Roger, we'll Viper 1-1 engage. Flight, go air to air, targets on the deck, hostile helicopters.
Magic, Vulture 1 successfully diverted AN-286. Is complying.
Magic, Magic Vulture 1, thank you very much. You can go and assist your colleague. Your colleague is 126 for 33 on your 6.
126, thank you, sir.
Magic, Viper 1-1, picture for that hostile group.
3 taking shipping 090.
We'll stand by, let me find you. Viper 1 from Ball, targets are Ball 322. 4 miles from Balls, that is.
Roger, Viper 5 looking.
Lead that guy 50 mile on your nose, Angels 9, you see that?
Yeah, I don't think that's not it. The ones we're looking for are hostile helicopters near where our convoy targets are.
Roger.
And Hawk Flight, we're looking for these MI8s, but I'm negative contact on the scope. Does anybody have those helicopters picked up on scope?
Negative.
Negative.
I've got one flying deck at 50 miles on my nose, 098.
Magic, Viper 1-1, bogey dope for those helicopters.
Viper 1-1, Magic, bogey dope. It's going to be Bra 212 for 12. Angels 1. Tracking southeast now.
Helicopter down deck, shipping 116.
212 for 12, Roger.
Cap has the helicopters.
Alright, Cap, you're cleared in. 10 Angels 1 on the deck.
I'm just going for PID.
I'm on the left crank, 18 miles from this guy.
Okay, it's Angels 10, now 107 for 92. Angels 10 tracking southeast. Magic.
Vulture 3, sir.
Yeah, Vulture 3, hello, track of interest for you, please. It's going to be unknown target, 091447, tracking direct west, Angels 10. And their closure is going to be 24 knots towards you.
Roger that, I'll send one of my boys off to have a look at it.
Much appreciated, thank you.
Cypher, check your fire. You're shooting down civilian transport.
Oopsie. Embarrassing.
Magic, go for Viper 1.
Viper Flight, hello Magic, sorry, disregard, they have dropped one of my scope. Just be advised, I do not have any more enemy aircraft on my scope in your vicinity, so continue with your task. Thank you.
Cap reporting back to Steer Point 1.
Roger, flight rejoin Steer Point 1, Angels 1-5.
Magic, and Vulture 1 from Magic. Be advised, 3-ship unknown track of interest please. Vulture 1, bear from your current position, can you please vector left? They are going to be 110 past 16, tracking Shepherd.
116,
they will be 115 or 180 if you can send 2 down as well to support bear please. It will be a 3-ship confirmed, 3-ship.
Vulture 3, say again, there was overtalk, didn't catch what you wanted to us were tasking.
Hogflight, Microflight, how's the work on the convoy look?
Yeah, roger. 3-ship, enemy tracks, at least 3 tanks destroyed so far. 116 for 172, Angels.
Roger, do you want us to start taking some out?
That's right, let me finish up my Mavericks and then you can move in.
Right. I believe you said 116, Angels?
Yeah, 116 for 167 Angels, 1 target Angels 36, 1 target Angels 20. And you'll be supporting Vulture 1-3 who's in front of you. If you could send 2 down, that'd be great.
Roger that, proceeding on task.
Vulture 1-2 from Magic.
2 intercepting lead.
Roger, rejoin.
Can you advise whether the target is hostile or not?
The Hogflight's still engaging the convoy down there, but you can pick them up pretty well on GMT.
Yes,
Yeah, Charlie.
Roger 1-4.
Cover 1-4, spot 329, 10 o'clock.
Get a message come out.
Roger, thank you.
Roger, 4.
Vulture 1-3 from Magic.
1-3, good.
Updates on targets. You have 3 ship GD combat spacing. 2 at Angels 35 and 1 at Angels 36. Bra 102 470. Let me just go.
1-3 GD, yes.
Convoy spotted. Orbiting 21,000.
Roger, rejoin flight, we're your pod southwest by about 10 miles, Angels 1-5.
Viper, this is Hawk. You may want to start working with the rear column moving in. You can start working on that.
Where?
Roger, we'll start working on that. So 2 and 4, or 2 and 3, I think you have the Mavericks. Hog wants us to work on a convoy. Can you spot them, or do you need a guy to talk on?
Need talk on or gun run or something.
Roger.
Vulture 2 flight from Magic.
Vulture 2 to Magic, send over.
Vulture 2 flight, hello, could I have 2 of your guys break and engage a group of 3 aircraft 127 for 63, please? They're both all Angels 35, sparsely spaced. You've got friendly units assisting as well. The rest of you, the target is 1.
Do you see them, Lee?
24 Angels 10.
Reacquiring them now. I lost them in the turn. Of my groups at bearing 1. Can you repeat the bearing, over?
Is that 127 for 52, please?
Copy 127 for 52, over.
And be advised, your initial target that you're after at the moment is now 173 for 21.
129.
Please
Spike.
Spike 29. They are about to enter the combat area.
1 for Viper 1 for
Copy, I'm going to intercept in 2 minutes.
Over 3. Am spiked by MiG-29s. Confirm MiG-29s off my nose.
Found the target, yeah, Lee.
40 miles.
Roger, confirm hostile.
I'll have to find it when we come back through the turn in a little bit. Get engagement. Need better offset.
Target to 1 available for task. Vulture 3 from Magic.
Magic, Vulture 3. We will hang back and back off Vulture 1 on those 29s if they get into too much trouble.
Vulture 3, roger.
Tally. Cap running in.
Continue vectoring now.
Roger.
All high on it. Up to a target 077. 464 at Angels 10 now. If you're going to hold off, and then I'll send you in if needed.
Roger that.
Vulture 2-3 merged MiG-29.
Magic, Vulture 1-3, confirm second kill.
Vulture 1-3, confirm splash, 1 target.
Rifle.
Falcon 1, Vulture 3, Magic, target 064 or 41 miles,
Track.
Angels 10, tracking east, intercept.
Good kill.
064.
Engage at will.
Vulture 1-3, Magic, unknown track.
Cypher, rejoin on cap, pause.
For 89 miles.
Take out the ground targets. Cap is your 270 for 7.
Owl. On guard. Right turn. Communication with Owl should be. Hello. Fast mover overhead. Should be with 128.
I have several helicopters tracking in the area of operations. Please can you keep an eye out and visually identify, as I can't see any other identifying marks on whether they're hostile or friendly.
Alpha Magic, got eyes on 1 times I-8 north of the city.
Altitude.
Guys, how do I slave this Maverick back to foresight?
Still up, has not been engaged by Vulture 2. On your nose.
Should be TMS app.
Vulture 2 to Magic, Vulture 2-3 and Vulture 2-4 are down, over.
Yeah, visual.
God damn it. Always something not fucking working.
Aircraft dealing with it, thank you. Vulture 3 from Magic.
Vulture 3 sent.
Yeah, roger. Could you have only 1 aircraft continue with your current interdiction, and could I steal 2 other aircraft, please?
I've got 1 bird going down to intercept with and keep up international relations.
Yeah, roger, thank you. Could you please intercept a 2-ship possible enemy aircraft? It will be 076 for 76 miles, that Angels 35. Break, Vulture 1-3, merge, MiG-29. Spike MiG-29.
Roger, 076.
Magic, pass message.
Can you tell the track location, please, because I can't find him anywhere.
Sorry, say again, I've lost it.
I seem not to be able to find my track. Over.
What call sign is that?
Vulture 2.
Yeah, who is looking for who in Vulture 2?
Vulture 2, I'm looking for the bogey, but there are no hostiles in the area. Over.
Yeah, visual. That previous interdiction, did that turn out to be a friendly aircraft then?
Yeah, 7, type of car traffic, Harrier times 1 landing.
Roger, I'll mark it, thank you.
Vulture 1,
please,
right,
engine,
AFM Vulture 1-3 has nails from 3-3 and 3.
Enemy contact 3 o'clock 2000. Close.
Again, spike by 29 to our nose on our current tasking and permission to engage.
Someone go and get it. I'm busy.
Engage, Magic.
Copy, engaging.
Vulture 1, Magic, engage.
1 and 4, go to air. Capital, can you take a target? Viper 1's also engaging this bandit.
Magic, just confirm what bandit you're engaging.
Fox 3, 2000.
Angel, Vulture, Blackbird. And Viper 1 has 29 spike, 12 o'clock, showing bogey on the deck, Angels 1 hot.
Yeah, roger, they're currently being intercepted by an F-14. I'm just waiting to see out. I'd stay in the area down especially if they're flanking down.
Alright, so that bandit to the north is showing as friendly. It looks like the other one's getting engaged. Flight resume, cast roll.
3-4 Magic. Just be advised there is a bandit. 078 for 22 flying parallel with you, so Angels 11.
Top car, runway clear.
Roger. Vulture 3, 4 to Magic. Whether I have my 12 o'clock bearing north, 2 contacts about 50 miles.
Roger, 3-4 main target 075 for 19 off your right wing.
075 for 19, Vulture 3-4.
Rosa, the fucking same.
One target, escape clear.
Panther, flow with me back to your point 1. We'll resume orbit over top of Cap and Cypher as they hit the ground.
1 Magic,
Fucking hell.
fuel state, weapon state.
Vulture 1's 1 stick with 6,000.
It's a fucking nightmare.
By the spike, so spike 29, 11 o'clock. Yep, tally, that one's being engaged currently. Disregard.
Yeah, I've got a EN-26 not responding to any warnings on the deck.
Roger that. Continue with the radio messages. It should give you the prompts in a sec. Whether it's hostile or not. Sorry, I can't see how
I only have to be 58.
Magic, Viper 1-4. So Vulture Viper 1-4, Cosmos. Angels 14 up my nose.
Yeah, Roger. Hostile engage, please.
3, do you still have the target?
Vulture 1-4 Magic, weapon state, fuel state.
Stand by, I think I've got another convoy I'm looking at.
4 rounds, 1 meter. Fuel state, Viper 5. I have a 3 ship, Bra 035 or 6.
They were here.
Yeah,
They were right here.
3-2. Magic, do not engage. They are over the Iranian border. If they do not engage unless engaged by them.
Copy, Vulture 4.
Reacquired.
Right-headed. What is both everything 0128 for 105 for posting? Standby.
Magic box 1.
Kite bike is now off target and RTB.
There is a
convoy below us with 55.
Big 29 up here somewhere.
Yep, Tally, Cap, Panther, or Cap, Cypher, clean those up.
7013 requests bearing for rearming.
Rifle dumps 4 Winchester. 6 destroyed. I'm Winchester on air to ground, guys. So mission done, boys.
Thank you, sir.
Roger, Shell 11 is 265103, the range is 20.
Oh, for Cap reporting in.
Hey, Cap, did we lose you on internet?
Game crash, I've corrupted it with mods. I'll be up again and I'll meet you probably for an RTB.
Alright, sounds good. We're hitting the convoy now with guns.
Okay.
Vulture 3, please keep us updated with how much fuel you're taking.
Roger, Vulture 3 right now is had 3,000 pounds, going now for 6,000 pounds. I don't know if I'm gonna go full tank. What do we need?
Bravo, Marino.
Taking 20,000 pounds over me.
All flights be advised, the truck convoy appears to be destroyed.
Well done, boys.
Alpha Flight, Viper 1-1, you on guard?
Covenant 1 for rejoining.
Yeah, this is being out to
Roger on 4 shut down. Roger out to, any idea of the secondary tasking?
There's still some mortar teams around where I just got shot down.
Might be facing. Roger, to Vulture 2, send over. Doing
engage the 2 targets yet? They're right on your knees.
Auto teams on my gun, find them, Magic.
Roger, no worries. If you could try and get really low level and give me a visual,
I am at 3,000 and I can't find anything. I don't see anything on my SA page and I don't see anything on my radar.
They're 13 miles north of you, 016, and they're at 1,000. So if you fly direct north now, you'll see them on your right hand side in about a minute or so.
Copy, I'm flying north right now.
Cap, are you aware you jettisoned all your weapons and stores?
Yeah, I figured it'd be a bit cheating if I, because I just spawned back in, but it'd be a bit cheating if I got my weapons back.
4 safe fuel.
2.24.
24, roger.
Copy, I spot them. I'm going to close formation.
Yeah, just visually identify them for me.
3 helicopters flying really low. It's MI8. Over.
Yeah, Roger, you're clear to engage, please. Clear to engage.
Copy, I'm clear to engage. Over.
Just advised, Viper flight primary secondary task completed, available for further task.
Yeah, Roger, thanks very much, mate. Stand by, actually. Viper flight magic. If you could turn a right, heading 038 for 70.
Copy, 03 for 70, we're going. Nature of the threat, air.
Yeah, Roger, I've got a possible 2-shift enemy aircraft just entering the no-fly zone now, Angel 17, tracking east.
Roger, turning heading of 038, we're what for? Flight, we're going back air to air.
Yeah, thank you, Roger.
Heading 040, 2 contacts.
400 knots.
Roger, I'll intercept you guys.
Yeah, we'll meet you there. We've already completed the primary secondary.
1-3 and 1-4 out of Aleppo, ready for task.
Come on, go faster.
Yeah, no, Viper, after your Vulture, after your previous comments, I'm just going to make you fly in a circle.
Go faster, Jet. Go faster.
Vulture 1-3 and 1-4, flying in a circle.
That's alright. If you could fly, continue heading at the moment, possible targets for you soon.
Update heading for them between 010 and 030.
Yeah, you have to refresh the screen.
020, scan out to 80.
I can't drop the pylons.
Magic Viper 1-1, just confirm the 2 contacts you lost. Investigator Angels 16 and 19. Currently flight 12 and 11 o'clock.
Yes, 2-ship, Angel 16, 032 for 78 miles on your nose. Just be advised there is a friendly 1 ship in front of you.
Roger. Roger there. Alright, let's climb it up, get up to Angels 20.
Viper 1-4, fuel status 20.
Roger, Viper 1-4. Hang back, I'll push them, I've still got 4.
How far are you going, guys? You're a long way from base, you know.
Yeah, I still got 4,000 pounds of fuel. We'll turn back and head back after this quick intercept.
I'm slowing down.
Magic Viper 1-1, confirm target, still 12 o'clock, approximately
I see it.
35.
I see it. Angels 14.
Yeah, Roger, 022.
Hostile flanking left. 30 miles on the nose.
Magic, here is
Tally on the scope.
I am at 1,900 Libras. Can you please divert me to the closest airport?
Cover 1-4, Judy.
Vulture 2, Roger 1-4,
Copy,
it's 80 miles.
Magic, be advised, Viper 1, eyes on bandits. 2 times MiG-29 flanking west.
Yeah, Viper flight magic, clear to engage, Roger, clear to engage, magic.
Roger, good engage.
Well, it turns out I've only got sidewinders in this run, so... and no fuel. The rest of the news is good, though.
Okay, Magic Vulture 248 for 80 miles.
Vulture 3-3.
The contact is 1-3
24 miles, medium aspect from our position.
Yep, tally
Fuel status 14.
About 4, you can RTB your duty fuel.
Okay, I RTB.
The airport, Mohammed Takara.
What are you attacking, lead? That Angel's 14 guy or the Angel's 19 guy?
Yeah, Angel's 14, there's 2 there. Confusion, Big 29, I think you're hot. And hostile, we're cleared fire.
Vulture 2-1 to Magic. I destroyed all the bogies and I'm requesting directions for the nearest airport, over.
Vulture 2-1 Magic LFA is 250485.
Can you repeat, over?
25085 LFA, no TACAM.
Go on, Fox 3.
250 for 85, not a can, over.
Guard, Buzzard 2 available for tasking for 500 pounders.
Like the flight Magic rotating 8.
Falcon 1-1, we don't have any AFAC at the moment, so just pick and choose.
Splash 1.
1, Splash 1 Bandit, Buzzard 2.
Hit the other.
1, Fox 3.
Vulture 3-3, left turn, please.
Cap 10 miles.
Heading 240.
Roger, Cap. Splash, second band.
Woo! Good work.
Magic, be advised, both bandits destroyed. Viper 1, flight 10 0.
Fighter flight Magic acknowledged. Scope is clear. Fly heading 179. Just auditor map mark on by the radar.
Roger, heading 170.
Of enemy troops.
See ya. Station.
Safe vector, we're heading home.
170.
Mars concentration just to the south of it.
Viper flight Magic, fuel state.
The Viper flight's 3,000.
You happy where you are, or do you want to go refueling?
Falcon 1-1, put a bit down to it.
We're happy, vector home plane.
I'm out of time anyway, so we've got to go and land and that's it.
Vulture 1-3 and 1-4 aboard. Yeah.
If we go 170, that's a different... No, 170 is definitely wrong. That's back to 8.1.
Well, you can always go to
Yeah.
war somewhere.
What I'm looking for, we're looking for a Wepo. Challenge accepted.
8.0.
We don't have a waypoint 0 in this.
Roger, stand by for vector.
Hit it.
242.
Bearings, 069 to 67. Shoot.
Viper flights Magic.
Roger.
Go for Viper flight.
Just confirm you wanted home plate.
Hey, firm, we're heading home. Lapo heading 242 from us.
Yeah, Roger, 242, 101, no TACAM.
Thank you.
I'm firing my sidewinders off. Well, let's get some speed in this baby.
Those are expensive taxpayer missiles there, Cap.
Roger, but it's not worth the bollocking that if I get home late from the wife.
Flights Magic.
Fair enough. Go for Volta. I'm Angel's 127 for rejoin, heading 245 now.
2867.
Roger. I'm going to try and catch 4 up. This might not go well, but I'm going to try and get ahead to him.
Right.
Okay, baby, let's see what you can do.
Troops at the radio station are being engaged by a Humvee.
Confirming the Humvee is the enemy.
Negative, Humvee is a friend. Only one troop, a red trooper remaining. I think that's the last objective complete.
All units, Viper heading home now for debrief.
All cap flights, all cap flights. This is Magic. Picture is clear. Return home plate. Return home plate. Copy.
Magic, confirm friendly to my left, 14 miles.
Roger, Foxtrot.
And Viper flight fence out.
Okay, I've caught 4 up.
Yeah, I'll try to catch up with you guys. might have enough fuel to push it.
Magic, this is 122.
50 miles.
Permission to land to Aleppo Airport.
Local signs 251, GCI offline, GCI offline. Thank you.
GCI, thank you very much. That was great.
Break shout now.
One's extended right base.
Viper 1-4, long final, emergency fuel to Aleppo, runway 27.
And one's rejoining you two on final.
Four and 2 down.
One's down.
Well done, boys. I don't know what happened to 3, but well done.
I think he may have disconnected.
Well done. Stop me.
Viper 1-4, speed control clear, right. Up Delta.
Traffic, 32 Tomcats coming runway 5 initials to now.
Alrighty, Cap, we'll catch you in the debrief.
Roger. Right, welcome back to Debrief. Well, I mean, we were just, this is very mill seamy, obviously, so we were just following our own unit. We have no idea what happened with the other units. So, do you want to tell us roughly overview of what happened, and then we'll go group by group, and Ting?
Yeah, from what I've talked to GCI, the air war went pretty good, and all the ground objectives were completed, so I think we did pretty good.
Nice. Wow, all the ground objectives completed. That's highly irregular. Okay, group by group. I don't know what order they are because I've lost my sheet, but whoever's the first unit, send.
Vulture 1, that's our mixed competitive teams.
Roger.
Bear was Vulture 1-3, Penguin 1-4. We provided cap. We escorted 2 aircraft out of the area. I shot down 3 hostiles. Penguin shot down 1 or 2. That's from the English side.
Losses? None. Next.
None, I don't think, on the... yeah.
Look at that.
Vulture 3, Vulture 2, we had 2 losses out of 4 F-18, and we shot down 3 helicopters.
Well done, boys. Apart from the losses. Next group.
So, Vulture 3. Bar being not able to hear Magic because of the ground pounders talking over him all the time, we took off and went and head on to station. Got directed a couple of times when we could actually make out what the GCI was saying. So, sent Skid off to engage 1 target, and he was having a quick look at that. I think it was a transport. Hi and I went off to engage a couple of MiG-29s. Unfortunately, I got blatted because I couldn't hear anything over the radio noise and Jester going off. Yay! Everybody loves Jester. And then I know that Skill is still flying by the looks of things. High took down the MiG that took me out, and he was quite successful. So all in all, I think we had a pretty good evening.
Roger. Grand Attack was supposed to be deconflicted on 243, so they shouldn't have had anything to do with 251.
There was SRS crossover, I think.
How embarrassing. Next group, send. In your own time.
That's Danny's flight, Vulture 4.
Last chance.
Danny didn't take it.
Yeah, they all had to leave. I ended up flying alone.
Oh yeah, that was yeah. Andres was on his own.
Yeah, landed and that was it. Nothing happened.
Roger.
Really.
Next group.
Kite 1.
Okay, so Kite, we got airborne, we went into got local, hung around until Buzzard had done their initial strike, then followed in, and we basically just hit the targets, prioritising the buildings and picking off any occasional vehicles we did see. No losses reported, and quite a few buildings destroyed.
Nice. Well done. Perfect. Next group.
Buzzard F-18s.
Come on, chopsticks.
I'm not flight lead.
Yeah, well, I'll take it then. Yeah, we entered the area. I can't remember who it was who took out the roadblocks and opened up the ground offensive. I had a bit of a problem because some of the waypoints were sort of a mile in the air, so finding the targets required me to use a T-pod and scout around this city. Eventually found the industrial complex. I think me and Shrek put about 10,000 pounds of explosives onto one of the buildings, and it just didn't die. I think the rest of them, the flight took out some other targets as well, and yeah, I think me and Shrek RTB'd at the end.
I DC'd, so that would have been 3 out of 3.
Yeah, Roger, boys. Good. Next group, send.
That's us, Cap. You want to do it?
Sure. We took off. 4 of us. We got to target. We loitered for a while, as you can see on my screen, while we're waiting for our orders. Orders came through that we needed to destroy a secondary target to Blood's target. Went in. And we couldn't. We literally didn't have enough bombs and Mavericks to get all of the convoy, but we killed 80% of it, and I think Blood's lot finished the rest off. They were called in to help him with some other auxiliaries, which I think we destroyed. I disconnected or game crashed, got back in. Only loss was number 3, who we think disconnected. He just disappeared at some point, so we're not quite sure what happened there. But as far as I'm aware, none of us were shot down, and we all RTB'd after a successful mission.
Yeah, 3 ended up having an emergency phone call while on a strafing run, and the 2 did not mix.
Right, can't do much about that. Nothing to add. Next group. Well done, boys.
So that's my flight, the A-10s. I think, unfortunately, we lost 2 aircraft relatively early on when engaging those convoys, which is why Viper had to lend a hand. I survived and took out most of one and some of the other, with Viper then finishing off the rest. And then after I run out of bombs and Mavericks, just went around gun running all of the mortar sites that were left.
Yep, good. Is it helicopters next? Who shot down the Yak-52? Someone shot down the Yak.
That was our number 3. He actually shot it down. Viper flight, we had a total of 5 air-to-air kills between the 4 of us.
All right. Anyway, send. Next group.
It's Falcon 1, but I'll let Dragon speak because I was talked enough tonight.
Why me?
Come on, Dragon.
Okay. Okay, we took off, get to the staging area, then received the message to come in, successfully fought through the LZ, deployed troops. They advanced to the Blackbird compound, but the bastard got away in a vehicle. So we had to lift off and search for him in the city, found him running on the road, and with the help of the gunships, ruled him out in the open field and gunned him down. So mission success. And the next moment I was exploded by some shell from the ground. As usual.
Well done, boys. Next group, send.
Simba.
Gone to work probably.
That's Simba. He's still in.
No. Last chance. Next group.
Owl, the gazelles, flew out to the holding area, got the okay to go in, resisted the temptation to blow up the roadblocks ourselves with Mistrals, but there we go. Slowly followed the advancing Marines up the road. I got to about the 50-minute point when I was shot in the back by someone that Marines had missed.
Oops.
I then switched to combined arms and directed some of the columns to mop up, particularly around the radio station, TV station area, to make sure those objectives were complete. Over to Bean.
Yeah, so I followed behind L1 and basically hung back. I was having a bit of problem with my auto hover. I couldn't get it to work. Probably me or the joystick or combination of both. But anyway, I got spiked by MiG-29s, and so kind of moved off to the east and the north to try and be a bit of a buffer between them and the rest of the helos. But I think the cap took them all out. I then started looking for the mortar team, which was really tricky. Found one, took some ground fire. Then started taking heavy ground fire from behind, and there was an armoured column, and called over some support, and I actually managed to take one or two out with my Mistrals before then going back to the mortar team and got taken out by ground fire. And then I went into combined arms and been driving around in an Abrams, and now I'm just about to invade Iran. So that's it.
That. Next group, send.
That would be the K-50s. We started well. We went to the staging area, waited for the command. Also, like the Mistrals, barely managed to contain ourselves, not to start shooting everything down. Overall, between us, I think we did really, really great. Over 60 kills, I think, ground units. And I'm not sure if we had any losses.
Wow, how about that, boys? Well done. Is there anyone else to go?
Yeah, Angel.
Send.
Yep. Tuxar and I took off, went to the staging area. On the way, we got a shout. There was a downed UH-1 pilot, which I picked up. Dropped off the MASH center at the staging area. Shut down for a bit. Then we started getting the shouts in. I took off, tried to talk to Al as the next shout was in the Fallujah center, but I couldn't get anything on the SRS. I found this guy. He was in a built-up area near a crossroads. I landed in a field about 200 yards south, just lifting off to go and get a bit closer when my kit had a frame rate glitch, and I woke up arse deep in orange trees. So, crashed. Tuxor did a good job though. I joined him as a crewman, and he did some very nice flying. Picked up a few and got them back to the MASH. Whereupon a Humvee drove into his main rotor and took that off. So that was the end of the exercise for the pair of us. Sadly,
of course.
Shame we couldn't rescue more of you, but there you go.
Roger, guys. Is that my lot?
Wrapped the Mi-24s. Jigsaw, Blight, Reddo, and Woodcock, the IP.
Yeah, Blight here. I'll take it. We took off, went to the staging area, got our command, went into the city. I didn't follow Jigsaw. I was kind of on my own, basically using gunfire to take out troops. Found a couple of mortars, took them out, and then headed back to Tepka. I don't know if Jigsaw wants to add anything.
Oh, pretty much the same here. I just joined up with the K-50s and the Mi-8s and tried to gun down the troops. Worked well.
All right, guys. Well done. Great GCI and just great work all round. Not much to say, really. I've got to get on.
Thank you. I was going to add that the GCI was magic, even though it sounds like blood.
Makes it a lot easier. That is difficult to discern, isn't it? I reckon it's his brother. Yes. Apart from the brother, I've got to sign off, guys. Thank you very much, everyone, doing it. Thanks, Grease, for coming along, and we'll see you in the new campaign shortly.
Yes. May I say something?
You send.
Yes, may I say something? Okay. we are very pleased that we participate in your mission. I liked very much. We liked very much the setup of the mission, the organization, the briefing, the mission as well. It was challenging and interesting very well. A lot of flying assets, and the guys that they were working on the ground. I think you had JTAC as well, or no?
We had
AI
scripted.
JTAGs.
Okay, it was we had picture about the situation, and so it was actually maybe we faced some problems at the beginning because we are not used to use a lot of English, okay, and to hear a lot of English, so it was difficult for us. Thank you very much. So we are looking forward to cooperate in the campaign and to develop. Such a cooperation for more missions as well.
Roger, guys.
Nice to me.
Perfect. Right, I've got to get on, guys. Thanks, and I'll see you later.
And something else that we appreciate very very much, Cap, and your mission and your squadron, because we rely our training. And I'm talking about the tutorials you prepare for everyone, and you are. It is very important, I think, for the whole DCS community what you are doing for this. Okay, so we are very delightful, and we say a big thank for you because all new members of Lock on Greece are watching your tutorials, okay?
I've reached someone.
Get in the DCS, yes, so thank you very much, okay?
Brilliant, brilliant.
We appreciate very much.
All right, I'll see you guys soon.
Thanks, guys. Bye-bye, good night.
Bye.